scene. A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on last year's national champions, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will take the field first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Makes the grab. It's Stokes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And he's got it! Touchdown, South Carolina! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. To the air, it's Van Buren. Makes the catch. It's Sturdivant. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the 2nd level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Brake. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Great pass, it's complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead. No, he got loose. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. And his throw is incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be third down.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Blasted as he lets it go. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Now the play fake. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, it's picked off.
And man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's third and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
To the air, it's Van Buren. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And these drops can be very frustrating because you know he wants the football, and he demands the football. Dadgum, receivers a lot of times will walk in the huddle, throw me the ball. I've heard worse stories than that and worse language, but calling for the football, got to make plays, man. That's how you get more balls thrown in your direction.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Off the play fake on first down. Shoots it to the left. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Power football with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Pucks it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wants to bring it back. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back in the 10.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before, you do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Is this Christmas? Is this the gift-giving season? An absolute gift in the end zone, and the defense takes advantage, recovering the fumble for the touchdown.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockne and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by 4 over Stanford. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll move the wide receiver. They go to the ground. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Jackson will throw. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They are calling for their defense. offense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Looking to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. LSU will get a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Leaves it with the back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And it's hauled in at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he puts through the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking for space. It's Moore. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Jackson gonna throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He shanked it. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No doubt offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Caught near the sticks. It's Sturdivant. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And I like having matchups outside like this. Guys that I know will win right away. 3rd down, find my guy, get him the rock, he gets the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back and forth. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Stanford.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass.
We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Jackson will throw. Quick completion on the out route. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll open the second half with a run. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Under fire. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Off play action on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the left. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, to pick up of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He'll get rid of it. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. He's open on the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's first and goal. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run the sneak for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Let's see what he can do with it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but
there he goes. Still on his feet. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Got enough for the first. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. Who's paying him off right now? That's a really nice run.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Got his man out of the backfield. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the noon kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Looking downfield, it's Petty. Turns it loose. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
He'll pull it down and run. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles. Like
turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Steps away. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Here's the pressure. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass, it's Petty. Throws for the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough.
He lofts one down the sidelines. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for room, it's Brink. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll make the stop at that first down, ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like,